Well, good morning. We slept pretty good last night. Only woke up a few times as normal. Got a little fire going. Got some coffee done. Sitting here drinking coffee with Poppa. Say hello, Poppa.
Yeah.
He's gonna go run his lines here in a minute. Gets back, I'll cook some sausage and eggs and we'll chow down and do something else. I don't know what, but may go fishing. Not sure. Alright, Poppa's going to check his trap first. Perch trap. And then he'll go check his lines and we'll mosey on over there once he gets the traps done. Tell you what, some large aquatic creature just hit the top of the water right over there. It was fairly large. I don't know if it means they're biting or they're just playing. Yeah, you got some, don't you? Alright. Okay, so we'll turn it back on when he gets over to his lines. Alright, here's the truth. Picks up his lines.
You got the bait on. I got one.
Pretty small one, ain't it?
He's pretty small one. He ain't a big one.
Sorry, so shaky, folks. It's just he's a long ways out there. Yeah, it's a pretty small one. You just have to feel and figure out which way they come out.
Good little town, but we don't need it.
In case y'all wondering what he has around his neck, that's a WC knife. It's the prototype. He's testing out a new fillet knife. Made in D2 steel, 16th inch D2 steel. No more fish?
I don't think there's a fish one. I got one.
Okay. Alright, let's cook some deer sausage and eggs. These right here is essential on camp. I don't see how anybody got away without them. I just don't see how they live without them. Man, took a shower this morning with one. Actually two. Hey, they work great. Alright, this card is about full on the camera, so we're probably just going to show bits and pieces of this and then change over to a new card after breakfast. So, anyway. Here's the sausage. And eggs. This is the best way to carry eggs. Freeze them up, put them in the cooler. Little tip for you. And we're going to cut up the sausages and put them in the pan. I don't want to cook all of them. A couple of them. Now, the next time I do link sausage, I'm going to do a 60-40 mix instead of a 50-50. I don't think it had enough fat in this. So I may have to add a little oil to the pan. Using the NK. This is some vegetable grease that I keep in the pan. Just kind of add that to it. Kind of grease the pan a little bit. Let's keep it in this little tin. It's got a rubber seal on it. Rubber band. Everything out here is sloped, so you got to work on the side of a mountain. Heat that up, and then we'll put. Alright, now you can just drop this bag in boiling water. Add all your stuff in here, your onions, your peppers, and everything else, and just drop it in there. And you could have an omelet in a bag. Still a little froze. Just is served. Alright, I give you guys a tease about Daddy's new prototype knife that I've been playing around with, or he's been playing around with. Got bright orange and yellow so he can find it. But he's probably colorblind.
Yeah.
So it don't matter. But anyway, this is D2, and I mean, he's a good tester because look how filthy that knife is. I mean, he don't take care of it. But that's a good test. That's a good test for it. So I thought that might be rust, but I'm not sure if that is or not. I think it's just crud. I mean, it's D2 steel, so it shouldn't rust. But anyway, that's the shape of it, and it's about a 6-inch blade. What it is very thin. It's like a 1/16 of an inch thin or thick.
Excellent fillet knife.
And he says it's an excellent fillet knife. Now, what I did is I put a Scandi grind on it. So it's a Scandi on a 3/6 or a 1/16 of an inch blade. So I mean it gets an edge. It seems to hold a fairly decent edge, don't it, Daddy?
Yeah.
You flayed.
Yeah, I filleted out 4 pretty good sized blues yesterday with it.
Yeah. And I just touched it up after that. I mean, it was still pretty sharp. And just touched it up a little bit. It's pretty sharp right now. When he does them big fish, he cuts the tails off of it, and right in here is where it gets dull, because he goes through the major bones through the tail on that. But I left the point a little bit different than a normal fillet knife, is so you could get in there and get above. I don't know if you can see it or not.
Does an excellent job doing that.
So
Skinning a fish, it does good. It's a good fillet knife too.
Expert. That's an expert.
I'm interrupting him. But I'm the one that used it.
Yeah. So it skins good. It skins the fish. You get that point up there, Daddy, and it does good to cut that skin on. So anyway, I wasn't too sure about the D2. That thin of a blade, I'm gonna have to do an etch on the logo. I can't do a stamp because it just doesn't show up. If I stamp it, see what happens to the D2? You can't hardly see it. It dents the steel too much with a hand stamp. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way of etching it. I've got some logos that I could etch, but I'm not gonna be able to put the type of steel on it. So anyway, it's just a down and dirty test knife prototype. This is the sheath of one that he's already had. The other fillet knife he had, the one that glowed in the dark, I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but it just would not hold an edge. I don't know what happened with that one, but I sharpened it, changed the grind on it several times. It just would not hold an edge. Same bars of steel, the CPM 154, has 2 knives out of it. One of them was perfect. The other one just would not hold an edge. That happens. Even though it went through my testing and everything, and it seemed to test okay before I put handles on it, it's still one slip by. It happens, folks. So, you know, if something happens with your knife, then get with me. We'll make it right. So, anyway, that's what he's been using for what, about a week now, Daddy?
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes. But I like the design of it. I think the design is pretty good. The thing about this is a specialty knife. It's not a knife that you'd want as a general purpose knife. So if you wanted a knife just to fillet, or possibly do some light boning, processing game, then this would probably be a good option. But I wouldn't use it for much of anything else, really. So anyway, there you have it. Alright, Daddy didn't bring a pole with him, of course, because he don't hand fish, but now he wants to hand fish, so I got to make him a pole. We're going to use the little prototype here. I cut it off with a little trucker saw. So we're going to limit and build him a little fishing pole here.
That's gonna be a good pole when it gets dry.
Well, it's got a little crook up here for catching them crooked fish.
Yeah.
So in case you need to catch a crooked fish, it's got a crook for you. This is old Yopon. It's just trash tree. There you go, Daddy. It's got kind of limber.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta play with that fish a little bit if you can hold it. Now I can cut it off.
No, it ain't that long.
You want it that long?
Yeah.
I mean, that pole has got to be 12 feet long.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. Let me put a string and a hook on it.
Yeah, I can cut it off later.
Yeah, you can cut
But
off it.
use it long to put fish with it for.
Yeah, that hollow grind seems to hold up pretty well to it. All right, we'll put you a string and a hook on it. So looking at the tannins on this knife, see where most of the tannins are? Doing that Yopon. It's right there in that sweet spot. That's where you want your strength at. This one has the strength up to there, right there on that point. It just goes down to that point. That's where your thickness of your blade is, right there. Then your hollow starts. Design. It's all in the design and the grind. It's going to be a nice little old camp knife. Alright, I've been playing around with the SK, so today is this one's turn. We out here are fishing. See that? Daddy's got his. Let me turn you around so you can see his contraption there.
I thought it had a little nibble.
Probably the minnow. That's probably a very sensitive pole right there.
Oh, yeah. I ain't got nothing wrapped around the pole.
Oh. Something got mine.
I thought I got faster than that one.
I bet we're gonna just mop up on the crappies here in a minute.
May do it.
That time I was trying to hold him and try to reel him in. Does he think that's legal?
Fishing on the wrong side.
I don't think that's legal, Daddy. I'm gonna let him go.
If it's 10 inches illegal.
I know that, but I don't think he's 10 inches. Is that 10 inches? I don't think so. Look at that. Look at that huge fish.
It's 10 inches.
Yeah, we don't need him. We'll see if we can get something
Wait a
bigger.
minute, you don't want to.
We'll see if we can't get something bigger.
Got a catfish.
Yeah, Papa got a catfish.
Yeah, look at that. Little
Big
baby.
one. I think it's the one you took off your line earlier today, wasn't it?
No, he's a little bigger, a little smaller than the one I took off.
Well, we changed locations.
Hmm?
Fishing ran out there, so we changed locations. And so far it's still tied. Me and Dave, I got one, Dave's got one. I got the crappie though, so I'm winning so far. He only got a nasty catfish. So we moved out in the middle of the lake and see what happens now. All right, Papa's gonna go run his lines again. So I'm gonna take the camera over there just in case he got a whale. Had a good little nap after got back from fishing. We caught one apiece. Horrible. Told you I'm not a fisherman. Papa is, and he couldn't get none. So I don't know what it is about me and fishing. I guess my heart's just not in it. Maybe I'm not sure. Anyway, we're gonna see if we can't get over there and let him run his lines.